What is up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to Natsume Yuujinchou, this time with Season 5, Episode 8, I think it is. Unfortunately, I only just saw this morning, actually, that there's only 11 episodes this season. I think there's been at least 12, if not sometimes 13. I might be talking rubbish for 13, but it was at least 12 episodes in pretty much all the previous seasons from what I remember, so not happy that we got one less episode, but again, the quality's just been absolutely amazing, so no issues. Apart from, well, yeah, again, kind of, yeah, wish we got one more episode. But looking forward to this one. I can't remember. I think this is the Natori Mataba episode from what I remember from the preview. So it should be a good one. Didn't look like it was too much Natsume, which is interesting. But yeah, good episode last time out, wasn't it? Focusing a bit on Tanama and his hometown. The old lady yokai. It was a good episode. It wasn't amazing or anything. Probably one of the weaker ones this season, but as I mentioned a few times now, this season's just been so strong. Not really saying too much. But yeah, do let me know what you guys think of this one in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. Akala bako ni somate. Cute practices. No, what is that for? It's just practicing its brushing. I'm almost a little bit surprised there isn't like a spin-off for Natori. Oh, that's interesting. I mean, that's been sorry to pour so quickly in, but obviously been a thing with the Mataba clan, with them kind of taking precautions against their eye from yokai coming back and cursing their family and such. And we heard a few episodes ago about Natori's leg. I think it was his left leg or something that the lizard on his face just doesn't go to. Like it's never you've never seen it on the leg, and we're still not really sure what the lizard means or anything. I don't believe, but yeah, him saying here that his grandfather had a bad leg. I mean, it didn't seem to bode well a few episodes ago when it was mentioned that it didn't go to the leg. That might be a sign of it being removed in the future or something, perhaps. So yeah, this especially doesn't bode too well. Looks like it, but yeah, interesting. We're getting a lot of Natori in his backstory today, which I always love. As knows, voice actor is one of my favourites in the sphere. I mean, that lizard seems like something that would be quite cool, like a moving tattoo, but it would also be quite annoying. World Unbent. Yes. Damn, so they've known each other for a while. Maroonish red. My favourite colour. What does he mean by that? Not bad or what? Upper class. Those Natories. Say it like that for. Armada. Why do people keep saying that? Oh, a bit lighter. Really? Well, no, I want to see what that was make us see. Seems he was, and that's why he said he's not bad. That's kind of like placebo. Okay, pretty admirable. This guy seems like a nice guy. This also kind of makes me feel like Natori's kind of being like this guy to Natsume, if that makes sense. He's kind of being his kind of, not guide per se, but someone like, does he recognise what that is? But yeah, Natori's perhaps trying to be someone similar to like this guy, like someone Natsume can kind of like a higher up or a more experienced like person that you can relate to. And yeah, I love Natori again as a character, but also again as a kind of figure a little bit for Natsume, almost like an older brother. True. That's what I always think when I hear people, even like my friends, like been bitching about people. It's like, who's the real scumbag here that you're bitching about? Is you bitching about people like this? I really hate stuff like that. I hate it when someone tries to come up to me and do it as well. Like it's always really awkward because I just don't say anything. Like, yeah, cool. That's how you feel. Why don't you? Sorry, I missed a bit of text there. I've been yapping, but feel that way when you tell that person. One of those things. Like if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it, and like don't just like not say it to the person. Like, just don't say it to anyone. Just keep it to yourself. Like, there's plenty of people. Again, I'm quite introverted. There's been plenty of people I don't want to talk to or anything, and it's just like and I don't like, and I don't like how some people are, and I just keep that to myself. Like, what's so hard about keeping that to yourself? I say that. I mean, it is ironic considering I said this before. I really was a very different kind of person when I was in high school. I didn't really keep anything to myself. Every thought I had would kind of come out. I didn't have like an inner monologue that I do as an adult. So I can understand how people have a brain that functions in a way where they do that quite often, bitch about people and such. But I'm just, yeah, I'm not really not a big. Like I said, I hate it. I hate listening to people. I always leave the situation or room if I hear anything like that. But someone comes up to me and tries, it's just like, yeah, it's really awkward because I don't really get involved. Just, yeah, like I said, it's quite cowardice. Lovely. That's how I feel when I do play sports or anything. When I play football, just like you're just in the moment. Just man, what is with this? Just been like going crazy the last few episodes. Mataba, of course. See, I really kind of mistook the preview for this episode. I assumed this would be in like during our time period, but this is actually in the past. Understandable. Where's he running off? Oh, I see. That's nice. Lovely reception. Very interesting soundtrack they're playing behind all this, by the way. It doesn't feel awfully fitting. It feels a little bit ominous. Poor girl. That is weird. Is it? Like, I know Japanese people are very polite and they're like addressing people and such, but someone calling me by my full name all the time would be pretty funny, honestly. Double Seiji. Indeed. Mm. It's quite the interesting duality between these two, isn't it? Sure, buddy. But yeah, these it's interesting, isn't it? Matova has got like he's got high status family to kind of uphold. He's got a lot of real responsibility, whereas Natori, he comes from a clan of what's it called, cowards, people that ran away from the business because they stopped being able to see yokai. He's got nothing to uphold. He's pretty empty in that regard, which is kind of what he said a minute ago when he was at school. Like, which one would you rather be, like a blank slate like that? Well, not really a blank slate. It's kind of like a kind of dirty slate, I guess. But I'm not sure which position I'd rather be in. I mean, the obvious one would seem to be uh, Matoba, but I'm not so sure because that has a lot of responsibility. He's got a lot to worry about. I mean, so did the Nataries, but I guess they're really handling it in different ways. The kind of potential curse of the yokai that goes down their lineage. Again, it's interesting just how much these guys kind of oppose each other in certain things. Yeah, I was gonna say he never calls him like senpai or anything, which I think it should be the polite thing to do, being a younger student. But yeah, like not just in terms like this, but just in terms of who they are as people as well. There's like a lot of difference between them, isn't there? Not just difference. That's too light of a word. Just like complete opposites in some. Time to prove yourself. So where there is danger, there is opportunity. Hope. Which is not a good sign. Now they're cowering on the floor. Kazuchi. Oh, nice shot, Natori. Well, it wasn't completely useless. Love that soundtrack though, that was sick. Got traditional instruments there. Hmm. So yeah, it's interesting as well where their first thought went there, like Mataba straight to like status, and Natori straight to the cowering buffoons. It is so like, I mean, it kind of like, I think he's like, he has been kind of genuine, and like it's being nice for him, if that makes sense. Like I think he thinks he's like being like nice, and like there is a certain amount of like sincerity behind Mataba's words that I kind of respect a bit, but also it's just like he doesn't. Yeah, it's just like it really does feel insulting a lot of the time, doesn't it? I think you've become that personally. Kind of assumed that, yeah. And that is like that was quite like I probably explained it quite terribly, and I'm about to again as well here. But even in like, I mean, it was set on from early in the episode, which you didn't really realize at the time because obviously it was early in the episode. But just even their actual vision of things, their actual vision of that kimono was different. It's just like they just see things differently. They're born in different positions. They have different stuff. Like at the end of the day, they're both like high school kids, but yeah, Mata, but because of the position he's in, he's had to see things differently. And same with Natari and his parents, and how everything that kind of that surrounds you make you see things differently. And again, even physically, I mean that. I mean, I'm not sure if that's what's affected Natari and like seeing the kimono, for example, but not even just like, yeah, it's just in every aspect they just see things very differently. And it's the same with, it's very similar with Natsume and Mataba as well, but they still have things that they can relate with, I think. It's just interesting, isn't it? Like I said, I've probably summed it up quite bad. I imagine there's quite a lot of really interesting dialogue and takes out there from people commenting on this episode. So if any of you guys have an interest in, do please do let me know. again, it's amazing because I think he's been what he was looking for Natsume, if that makes any sense. Right. Sorry, I didn't get to read all that. That went by quite quickly. The world probably seems warped and bent because you try to look at it with ease, right? It's another kind of visual of that. It was very much more streamlined. The other one a little bit more gaps and see-through and not full. Okay. So I guess that's what the unbent kind of title for this episode meant. Like I said, I'm really interested in seeing some discussions about this episode. I think there's even more to it than I kind of even figured out during the watch. But really, really good episode. No Natsume at all during the episode. I think maybe I mistook a shot of young Natsume for Natsume in the preview then. Yeah, that was an awesome episode, wasn't it? Like I said, love Natsume, so. What episode was it? It was episode 8, right? Yeah. I'll look up some discussions on this. Oh, if I don't sneeze. To be honest, it doesn't look like there's too much. I'll have to look later because I'll probably be searching for ages if I do look for that now. Oh, bloody hell, sorry guys. I'm glad this happened at the end of the episode. Just suddenly, it's got a wave of dust, I think, and something. Jesus. Sorry. Following a narrow path. I think we see that guy in the opening. Look that guy. Little mushroom. Cute little mushroom. Okay, the next episode looks lovely, doesn't it? But yeah, thank you guys for watching. As I said, really interesting episode here. Again, just like two totally different types of people, Naturi and Matoba. It does very much feel similar to Natsume and Matoba as well, but Naturi and Natsume are different people as well, of course. So it's interesting seeing both of them kind of go up against Matoba in a sense, and the complete difference in who they are. It's like almost everything was the opposites between them in certain ways, but in other ways it's actually like there's quite a lot of similarity between the two, and a lot of that is just due to how they view things, how they view the world, and especially the world like yokai and such. I mean, we've always known Matoba treats things very differently from like a Natsume when dealing with yokai. Naturi as well, to an extent, he is much more, again, in that kind of visual with the clouds, a bit more kind of blotty, a bit more kind of not clear in how he kind of wants to do things, how he views things and such. And we saw that from the start of the series when we were introduced to him. He didn't kind of treat yokai with the same kindness Natsume did. I think Natsume and Matoba are almost kind of concrete in their kind of cloud lines, we call it, whereas this young Naturi especially was a little bit botchy, like I said. But I feel like he is trying to be that kind of slight guidance and, again, maybe big brother figure to Natsume, which I absolutely love. I love their relationship. But yeah, really great look at the past of, again, not just Naturi, but Matoba as well today. Do let me know again what you guys thought of this episode down in the comment section. Like I said, I feel like there's probably even more here that I haven't even unpacked or even kind of understood. So again, if any of you guys can help with that, that would be appreciated. Leave a like on the video if you guys would like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date with these reactions though. And I'll see you guys next time with episode 9.